Hello, hi, it's Miriam speaking to continue our journey about our dreams. But I decided to start this video like this to show you how calm this night is. Calm and routine, people moving around, airplanes. You can hear the noise of the airplane up here in the sky. It's normality and it's so precious. Okay, now I'm gonna get inside. Now you can see my face. I was in my balcony. Now I'm closing the doors. Yes, I decided to open that video in a different way because what I'm gonna share today, it is two different experiences that I had, and very, very hard ones, very difficult ones. Challenge. It was very it's big challenge I had with these two dreams. Both of them were like not fighting, but it was realizing that everything that we do have a price, okay? Or you have challenges to overcome when you do our jobs, even in the spiritual world. I didn't know that. I wouldn't I never expected to be, challenged by doing my work when my body is sleeping and my soul is free. Yes, when my soul is free, when my body is resting and my soul is free from my controlling mind, my conscious and unconscious. So when my soul is free and, you know, open the wings and fly to all the dimensions and work in there, we also gain enemies. And they are not sleeping and they are paying attention, you know, and they come after you. Yes, that's what they did with me in these two experiences that I'm gonna tell you today. Okay, one of them, I'm gonna, yeah, I think I'm gonna start from the one that was the first one. Okay, on this today, because I had many, as you know. Uh, but the first one on that serial today, the first that came to me was one day. I when I saw myself, I was in a type of, it was a type of, I'm not gonna say university, but was like a place of probably like a community center, something like this, because there were lots of people and I was there to guide some of them and give them some attention, some information, etc. But in the spiritual world, okay? I was very busy and I had a class in front of me. And then two beings, two people, whoever they are, approached me and open, I saw them coming, because in this spiritual world there is no doors like you have got here. The class is open, okay? So I look at them, they were dressing very well dressed. They were in suits, ties, and everything. Two of them. They were very handsome also. They were not ugly, they were very handsome. And I saw the face, the eyes, and I said, oh, trouble ahead. And they called me, said, you need to talk to you now. And I said, okay, let's go to the office. And then I left the pupil, the people in the sitting there waiting for me. And I went to an office, and there were a table, round table. There were four chairs, but then I sit in one, and both of them sitting in front of me. Yeah, it was a round table. I sit here and one there and another one there, looking at me. And they said, yes, you'll be sending to talk to you today. You say, okay, what's going on? What's the messages? And then they said, you have to stop. And I look at them, said, stop what? You have to stop giving them advice. You have to stop to giving these people information. You just have to stop. And then I look at them because I am a Scorpio, I am medium, not afraid of anything or nothing. I look at them, said, if I don't stop, what you're gonna do? And they said, okay, you can kill you. And I said, oh. That's the worst you can do to me, because if I am in this life, I can come here and teach. You can imagine when I die. Don't do it, my love. You're going to be in trouble. They look at me, both of them look at each other, they look at me, and the face was like, oh. I said, I'm not going to stop. I'm going to continue to do whatever I'm doing now because I know it's the right thing to do, because I am here for work. I am here to give information. I am here to serve, and I'm going to continue serving. Nothing you can say now is going to make me stop, because I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of death. Death for me is going to be freedom. Do you want to kill me? Kill me now, because I'm not going to stop. And they look at me, both of them look at me. Their face was, I don't even know how to explain that. They were very upset, but they were very concerned also. But I saw some admiration on them. And I look at them, said, can I go now? And they said, okay, you go. And I went to my class, and they were always waiting for me. What's going on? What's happened? And I said, nothing. They were just trying to intimidate me, but I'm going to continue coming here and talk to you guys. Don't worry about it. Okay. And then I came back. And then I wake up exactly at the moment when I was coming back, and I said, oh my God, even then. Even in the spiritual world, I have people that doesn't like what I'm doing. Jesus Christ, they are paying attention. So I thought to myself, oh my God, I really do need spiritual protection. This make me understand that I can't be alone, not even in this spiritual world. That's why you have guides, and you have mentors, and you have protectors, and you have, all this community, that's structure behind you, because otherwise we don't even can work in our with our souls when they are free to work when you are sleeping, our body sleeping. So it was a very big lesson for me to understand that, and never I never go to sleep. I am in my bed now, and about in 1 hour or 2 hours, I'm gonna be sleeping because I am late sleeper, and I wake up very early also. So my time of dreaming is about 7 o'clock, 7 hours only, and I don't need more than 7 hours. So sometimes 6 hours is enough. So, and I understood that I even when I'm going to bed to sleep, I never go without asking protection from my my guardian and angel, and the one that was giving his name to me also, this Nahim. Nahim is my mentor, my principal mentor. So this name was given to me about 25 years ago. Okay. This name didn't come to me in my brain. No, someone was blessing me, and uh, um, you putting some oils on me and my face and my hands and my feet, etc. My body also. Uh, so and then that person told me someone is going to approach you in future, and his name is Nachaim. And I said, okay. I thought it was some priest or some, some Jewish Jewish priest or rabbi, but it was not a person with incarnated. It was my mentor. So many years later, I understood it because I was waiting for Nachaim. I was waiting for the Chaim to come, and the Chaim never came. And then I said, okay, I went to Israel two times, and I never met in the Chaim, and I was getting disappointed. And then one day, my angel told me, it's me. And I said, okay, hello. I was waiting for someone with, body and blood. And but it was not. It was someone from the spiritual world. So I never go without him because I know I'll be in trouble because I am I can challenge the entities like this because I know I have someone behind me to protect me. So but even I would never stop. So that was the first experience. The second one came very not very long ago, and that was in a house. The houses in that place looks like the houses in England, but not like the house in England. You know what I mean? They were attached to each other. They were attached to each other, but the front was completely different from the front of these houses here. It was like the house was at the back of the terrain. So it was a big front in the front, and they had a porch also, like a veranda in front, okay? And they had some steps also to go down, but they were like the English ones, like attached to each other, okay? So so I I was there. It was a very strange house actually. I think I was one of these spiritual places. After you died, you go to they have different cities, different places where they depend of the the energy field of the person or the of the stage of spirituality that you are. So you can go to different places. Okay, I can go to one place, and my daughters and sons can go to other places. Depends how you are, your evolution in the spiritual world. So I went to I was in that place there. I was sitting in the chair nearby the door, There were a big living room. You were sitting in a big living room. It was not very. It was a little darker place, to be honest with you. It lacked some light. Okay, it was like very little light, but there was still light in there, but not very bright. If you know, understand what I mean, not bright like here. Okay, it was more shadow, like I was outside there. So I was doing, teaching them to do this. Do you believe that? Yes, I was sitting there and talking to them. There were many ladies. There were not just ladies in there, not men. So I was doing some crochet like these ones, and they were doing different stuff there, and then I was there chatting with them. It was very pleasant actually. We were chatting, and then, there were a lady that was more closer to me. So we were chatting, and I was sitting nearby the door, and then I heard a knock, on the door, and then I heard the knock, but it was not in our door. It was the neighbor's door, and then I heard the neighbor on the other said, "No, is not. This person is not here. This person is not here." So immediately they knock on our door. And then I said to them, "Don't open the door. That is something not quite right behind the door." But then the girl that was in front of me, she said, "But they are knocking, knocking, knocking. They were knocking the door without stopping." So she opened the door. And then when she opened the door, two beings came in. They were like zombies, the color of zombies, like gray color. They were all deformed, horrible creatures. There were two. And then when I saw them, I stunned immediately. And then I looked at them and said, "You are not welcome here. You have to go. We had nothing to do with you. You have to go." And then I put my arm to push them. It was my mistake also, because they had this being that was in front of the other was a little behind that one. He, in his hands that were different from this, it looks like more a frog one. He had needles, and when I put my hands like this, he pushed his needles in my arm. I felt it, and I tried to push to take the needle off, but the needle was like a rook, like this. So it gets in and do like this. And then I said, "Oh dear." And then I look at him, and he was laughing on me because this was poison. And then I told the girl that were talking to me, and all the other ones was run to the back because they were afraid. So I told that girl, "Take my scissors," because I was knitting. I had the scissors. "Take the scissors and cut my skin." And she said, "But then if we cut my skin now, then the healers will come and heal my hands. But cut now." And then she cut it because he was trying to take my other arm, because then I was attached to him, because the needle was inserted on his hands to take me with him, because I was not able. So she cut them. She cut the skin that were attached to the needle, and then I was free. And then he was when she cut it, and then he looked at me and saw that I was not fainting, I was not dying again. But this time it was horrible. But then when he saw it, he looked at me, and his smile just went off. Horrible smile. went off from his face, and then he started to go to walk back here, backwards, looking at me, walking towards the door. And then I was following him, and then I was start to preach to him. And I said to him, you don't need to be like this. You don't need to be, look at you. You can, and you can change it. Just ask for help. You don't need to be that way, because when I was talking to him, his face changes completely. He was, how I'm gonna say that, I saw panic on his face. I saw the other one, when he saw me free from the needle, and he saw the reaction of his companion. He ran away. He ran away screaming, screaming like, these blackbirds. That's the sound he was emitting. It was horrible. And then that other one, when he went to the door, he went to the veranda, to the porch. And then I followed him, because now I was, what was driving me that moment was pity on that person. I was pitying on him. I saw the misery of that being, and I told him, look, you don't need to go back to where you come from. Just ask for mercy, ask for forgiving, and they'll forgive you. You can change your destiny. You don't need to be that way. You can change your destiny. And when I was telling him this, he was dissolving himself. He was getting small, and he was disappearing like a cloud, and he was screaming, screaming, screaming. Oh, but I gave him my message. I gave him the message of freedom. He can change. I was telling him, you can change your destiny. You don't need to be in that way. You don't need to go back, because I sense in that moment that he will be punished because he didn't manage to get me. Do you understand? Because I know these spirits punish each other when they go for a mission and then don't achieve the mission. That's why the other one run away. So I told him, you can change your destiny. You don't need to be in that way. You can change your life. If you want, you can change it. And I hope the message gets to that being, because he tried to damage myself, but I gave him back love and hope. And I hope that being in my heart, deep in my heart, I hope that being managed to get out of that situation, because it's very sad, and it's horrible. It's horrible to be in that situation, because you don't have any power when you die in that stage of destructing yourself. Because beings that turns that way, that people that die in distress, die with drugs, or they kill themselves, and then they turn this type of beings that have to serve other ones because they didn't manage to save themselves. So my message to you now is, be good. Be good, because after you died, many people said, oh, you die, you finished. No, you don't. And that's the worst thing that happens to a person. When think, okay, when I'm dying, I'm gonna rest. No, if you don't be good here, if you don't, you know, walk in that planet in love and and mercy and righteousness, when you are not gonna face what you're gonna face up there. That's the message. That's right. Let me have this one. That's what they do. They try to stop you to talk because that's the message I have to give to you today. Be good. Respect yourself. Respect the body you have got today. Look at your life in the light of the universe. Look at all this creation and connect with this because you are just a part of it. You are important to the universe, like the sun is important to the earth. You are just a part of the big body. And when part of our big body is suffering, all the body suffers. So if you are going towards that, in that path of this destroying yourself, not respecting your body, not be grateful for the privilege to be here and living in that big structure, then you are degrading yourself. Please do good for you. Love yourself. Oh, it's hard to love ourselves, is it? Look, this one here. It's very hard to look at you with problems and love yourself at the same way. There is people that is, I have a friend that I like very much from my youth. She had cancer and she had to take the breast. She had a breast cancer and they have to take the two of them because two of them were infected. So for her now, it's very hard to love herself, and that's what I'm trying to help her to love herself even without them, because that's what you have to do in order for us to gain. I'm not saying gain something outside yourself, to gain is for yourself. To understand, you have to overcome your own things, internal battles, internal monsters, in order for us to be graduated inside ourselves, not degraded, but to overcome it. There are challenges that you have to face every day. And these challenges, when you face in positive way, they result in gain. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Love yourself. Face your challenges in great spirit. I love that song, that English song, face the rain. Let's face the rain, face the storm, because tomorrow is gonna be another day, and the day is gonna be beautiful, because today is raining and stormy, but tomorrow the sunshine will come, and you're gonna hear the sound of the birds. But you have to face the night. You have to face the night, and you're gonna have very difficult time from now on. because that the spirit that is, you know, running all over the planet now is the war one. So face it in grace, face it in love, face it singing, dancing, but let's face the storm with great spirit and love and hope, so you can manage to, when you die, to have a better place to be. Yeah. Okay. I can I can I can't say anything else. And I'm sorry for feeling so horrible in that moment, but because they didn't want me to talk. And then I know this is a challenge that I have to face now and then. Now you see I'm okay. Because I said no, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna say what I have to say. They can try to block my throat, but they can't for a long time. No, because I have my angels here. And my cup of tea, very English. Even I'm not English person, even have a, citizen. I was an English citizen person, but I was born in Brazil. That's why my accent comes from. So hope it take you to a better place. Okay, this video, and don't be afraid of the night. Don't be afraid of the night. Just have hope in your heart and be a good person. Do your best. Love yourself and love each other. And let's face tomorrow. Okay, God bless and keep you safe and me also. Bye bye.